Make sure that's...
Is that our order?
Is that our what?
Yeah.
Oh, you got question. What's the question?
Oh, the question, that's Ty's random question of the week, whatever he chooses to ask us this week. I'm sure he can think of one on the spot. Alright, anyway, we're live. Thank you for listening to the Aussie Castle newscast. I'm joined once again by Ty from Aussie Gamer. Hey Ty.
Hey guys. Hello.
And joining us again tonight is JP.
Hey guys.
And we may also have Tamazoid joining us at some point. So we're going to try something a bit different here, because usually our stream suffers a little bit, just a little bit, because we get so caught up in talking about our games and topics and everything that we just forget about the stream. It just sits there with that logo. So I'm going to be sort of taking a back seat now, controlling the stream, and I'm going to let Ty take over. He's going to announce each topic, and we'll try to shoot through all this news before he has to head off tonight.
So how long do we have time?
So we have 25 minutes, so let's not delay any longer. Right. So we ready? Okay, this is cool. This is my podcast. That's awesome. All right, starting off this week, Dragon Quest XI was announced for PS4 and Nintendo 3DS, along with an update for Dragon Quest X. At the end of the video, though, there's an interesting remark from the developers and the creators of the series, saying that they might consider bringing it to Nintendo NX, the new console that Nintendo has sort of announced but hasn't actually revealed up until now, and probably won't until some point next year. JP, did you see much about Dragon Quest? Are you a long-time fan?
I've always tried to get into Dragon. I don't know. I remember I was going to get into Dragon Quest a few years ago, but it just never came around. I just didn't have the money at the time, and I missed the boat, I guess. But yeah, this is quite interesting. Yeah, and it's amazing how many people... I mean, when I saw the story explode on IGN, a lot of people were saying, oh, Wii U is dead, Wii U is dead, and all of this crap around it. Yeah. They're saying, oh, I guess this puts Wii U in the coffin even more.
I think people had that opinion the moment Wii U came out. But interestingly, this is the first time in a long time that I think it's gone like multi-platform. So Dragon Quest XI going to PlayStation 4, going to 3DS. Two different versions are being made. The PlayStation 4 looks amazing, and I think, do we have it on stream now, Dave?
Yeah, I've got the PS4 footage up now.
Sweet.
I should check this out.
Yeah, so we should all have a look at what we're going to talk about. Yeah. But anyway, the Nintendo 3DS version, I don't know if Dave has got that queued up, but it actually, you've got on the top screen, it has a 3D graphic version, and on the lower screen, it's the old school sort of 2D version, similar to like what we're used to back in the Super Nintendo days and what have you. So that's kind of cool, and a lot of fans are saying, oh wow, cool, so now I have a choice, which is awesome. It's built on Unreal Engine for the PlayStation 4 version. Wow. Yeah. Are you wowing at the video or at the fact that it's on Unreal Engine?
Yeah, I'm wowing at the video. Yeah. Okay. That actually looks pretty good. Is this the PS4 version Dave is showing you?
Yeah, PS4 version.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't. So it's. Is it an RPG or something? It's an RPG.
Yeah, it's
it's like one of the defining RPGs.
Yeah.
Dragon Quest, Final Fantasy.
Yeah.
The other.
It's only just being released locally nowadays, isn't it? We've always had to sit in the dark with these things, haven't we?
Well, that's interesting you bring that up, because I don't think they've said they're not sure on whether they will localize Dragon Quest XI. Though you'd think they would. I think there's...
Well, it's much like Dragon Quest X, which came out on Wii, and then Wii U, and they're also considering bringing Dragon Quest X to Nintendo NX. Just quickly though, while we run through our list, though, the announcement that they're thinking about bringing it to NX, does that suggest to you, JP, that NX will be a handheld console, or maybe something more similar to PlayStation 4? Or what's there to read into that?
To be honest, I'm feeling NX is just an expansion pack. That's what I'm reckon. It's just an expansion pack, or it's something to add to the Wii U. That's where I'm, because I really don't want the Wii U to die. I think it's getting great momentum right now. Yeah, and I think we got Splatoon, we got Mario Maker, we've got all these games on the way, and it has some great games right now. I would really hate to see a new console next year. So
my best is still on a 2017 release.
I would really love to see something. Yeah.
I have to disagree with you, JP. I can't see them continuing Wii U. I think the Wii U's time is up, and well, the fact that Dragon Quest XI is coming to NX, it's sort of hinted towards NX coming late 2016. That's how long is that for the Wii U? Is that 6 years now for the Wii U's life cycle? At the end of 2016.
Is it really 6 years?
No,
5.
It'd be 4 years.
It'll be 4 or 5 years. So it'll be a transition.
Hey, when did we get the Wii U? It was end of
2012, I thought.
Oh, okay. So that is only 4 years.
Well, anyway, speaking of all things Wii U, Splatoon is getting a massive update on August 6th, so next week. New weapons, new matchmaking options, and a few new modes coming to the ranked battles. JP, are you a kid or a squid?
I think I'm a kid.
I'm a squid.
I'd never go into squid form, and that's probably what gets me killed the most.
Yeah, probably. So those of you who haven't kept up with this, so now that there's a whole bunch of there's a private battle mode, so you can battle with your friends. There's a few different squad battle rules, so you can match up again with your friends and team members and that kind of stuff. The level cap has been raised to 50 from 20. There's a few new ranks in the ranked battle mode, so you can get up to S plus rank, which are higher than A plus. And a whole bunch of new weapons and 40 pieces of gear, including everything from a leather jacket to a sushi chef costume.
I
look forward to all of this.
I really love the new paint bucket weapon. I just have to say that. I think that's an amazing idea.
There's a paint bucket thing.
Haven't you seen it, JP?
I've seen. Is that the chain gun you're talking about, or the minigun?
No, it's a bucket.
Oh, I'm seeing it now.
Oh, hey, Tab.
It's probably the most industrial design bucket in the world. It's got a shock absorber on it. And it's kind of cool. A Gatling or a Splatling gun.
Is there anything use on the stages being more than 2 then?
I don't think they're changing how many stages will be on rotation, which is unfortunate. But we've got
though, like with the Splatfest, they do have
the 3.
So that's obviously wouldn't take them much if they keep getting that kind of feedback. So if you're annoyed at the 2-stage thing, just keep bitching on Miiverse, and I'm sure they'll hear you out at some point.
It'd be nice if 3 became the standard and it wasn't just exclusive to Splatfest. I'd be happy with 3. But we are getting
3 would be nice, but more in rotation. Rather than random, more in sequence.
Oh, okay. I get what you mean.
You know how you'll get the same stage 5 or 6 times.
Yeah.
So you want like
it? Nice. You want like was an order.
You want to set out rotation basically.
Yeah, or something like that to make it more, so we don't get the same stage 6 times in a row or something.
Wait, hang on a second. There's a new voice that has joined us.
Yeah, hi Ty, it's me.
Tam.
Yeah.
I'm back to the dead.
Okay, sorry guys. Tam has joined us, so welcome. Welcome again.
He just chipped in.
Tam,
I
we
thought
like
the FBI might have hacked us or something.
Tam, are you keen for the new Splatoon
Skynet
update?
has come. Destroy all humans. Destroy.
Tam.
Speaking of destroying all humans, Razer, the company best known for making things like
are we
keyboards
moving on?
Yes, we are.
Oh,
These segues are amazing.
I know.
Okay, so that's all we're talking about with Splatoon?
yeah, sure, why not?
Maybe.
Come,
Okay.
JP, let the host move
Goodbye,
the show
Splatoon.
Ty's keeping this
Razer,
going.
the company best known for making PC keyboards and mice, I guess, and all other things cool with PC, have purchased Ouya, the micro console that couldn't, created by one of the ex-editors from IGN. Now, Razer have purchased the software side of the business, and there's a bit of a question mark over what exactly is happening with Ouya as a company. Tam, have you been keeping up with this story?
Not really at the moment.
So indie developers are accusing Ouya of still owing them quite a bit of money. I can't remember the exact figure. Was it up to 600,000 that they owe to indie developers?
But
I think it was like something.
But to be fair, a bit of it was a scam because at one point there was all these just random Kickstarters just starting up because they were like, oh, if we do a Kickstarter, we'll get money from an Ouya. Let's do it.
Yeah.
Because they had that like bizarre promotion of we're going to give you money if your game is exclusive to our shitty console.
Yeah, so for those who don't know what's going on there, Ouya had a deal in place for indie developers. If you kept your game exclusive to Ouya for, was it 12 months or something?
I think so,
yeah. 12 months.
They would double the amount of sales you gained in that 12 months. Now, they had it in, there was like a time period, so 50% when you deliver a beta version, 25% after 6 months, and then the other 25% 6 months after that. It was something like that. Anyway, Ouya owed these indie developers a lot of money, and when these Razer bought the software assets, whatever that means, there was a bit of a question mark as to when this money would, if ever, get paid. Ouya was sort of calling indie developers on Skype and saying, look, we've sort of sold the company, whereas Razer turned around and said, well, we didn't buy your company, we just bought the software side of it. But since then, Razer has come out and said they'll honor all the debt on these indie devs, so that was nice of them.
The games, though?
Who knows?
Can we just address the biggest question with this? Why are Razer even purchasing Ouya? What is there to be gained? Why?
Well, so Razer, I believe, created the controller for Ouya back in the day, and now Razer is trying to launch their own console called Forge TV.
Oh, really?
And so basically, there'll be a way for Razer to they'll provide the Ouya users with a clear path to migrate to Forge TV. So basically, this is their way of I don't know. I guess Ouya was just running out of money. Razer came along and said, well, we'll let you die with dignity, but all your users have to come to us.
Yeah,
and I guess that's what's happening,
Yeah, I guess they want an instant install base, you could say. So they're trying to get everyone to migrate to the Forge micro console.
Yeah, because it would be very hard for them to start with basically nothing.
But seriously, what was the user base of Ouya like? In 2015, was anyone still actually using the Ouya?
Surely not.
Did we even get Ouya? Or whatever. How do you even pronounce it?
I say Ouya. Some people say Ouya.
Ouya.
Either way.
I say Ouya.
I don't think it ever came to Australia unless you actually backed it, and even then, I'm not sure people got theirs on time compared to other regions.
Yeah.
It is funny because I seem to recall saying my opinion on, I think it was the Aussie Gamer Show sometime a couple of years ago about Ouya. I was saying, like, it's never going to fly. Everyone's giving all this money to basically something that, you know, gamers aren't really going to care about. And lo and behold, gamers never cared about Ouya in the end.
I will always remember E3 2013 when the Ouya booth was out in the car park of E3.
Yeah.
They just got a van. They just got a van and parked it out in the car park, and we're like, "Oh yeah, this is the Ouya booth. Come play Ouya." They couldn't even get into the show floor. That it was just quite depressing.
Well, to be fair, have you ever tried to get into E3? It's hard enough as it is.
Yeah, but they had like $9 million. Surely they could have did something.
True. And speaking of $9 million, the IGEA has released a new report, the Digital Australia 2016 report. In it, it has a lot of statistics about the state of affairs in terms of Australian gamers. Dave, we were talking about this before we went live.
Yep.
Any standout statistics that you thought were kind of interesting?
I think the big ones are the ones that they're obviously really proud of, that people are talking about, is 98% of homes with children now have video games. I know that when we were kids, it was definitely nowhere near that. 47% of video game players are female. The guys, what are they called? Interactive games, something. I've forgotten the name now. IGEA. Let's just go with that. They said that back in 2005 when they started this, the percentage of female video game players was much less. It was around 30 or something. So that's a lot healthier now. 47% is almost half. The average daily gameplay for any person that plays games is 88 minutes. That seems like quite a lot when you take into account that you know, it's not for us, just like us here. 88 minutes probably sounds about right, but then you got to take into account all those casual gamers and stuff, and it still ends up as 88 minutes. So I think that's a impressive stat. Any that really stand out to you, Ty?
I think one interesting thing was that 38% chose not to download games due to data limits. That's a horrendous result. I'd like to see that be zero. Like, you know, it's Australia, it's the year 2015 or something. Like, surely we could be downloading more than 30 megabytes worth of video games. Another one that kind of popped out to me was that 57% of adults are always present for the purchase of games for children. This reminds me back when I was probably 10 years old buying GoldenEye on 64. You know, it was an M15 plus rated game. It might have even been MA, actually. I don't know. But, you know, it's kind of interesting in a world of Call of Duties and things like Grand Theft Autos that, you know, only 57% of adults are bothering to actually pick these games up for their kids. You know, I don't know. It just popped out for me.
Tam, JP? Oh, sorry, Ty.
There's just one other. That 50% have watched walkthroughs or streamed gameplay videos. So the online streaming thing is getting a good rap these days. So that's good.
Tam, JP, did you look into this at all? Were you keeping up with the hashtag DA16, following any of these cool Australian statistics?
No, I actually never noticed this. When did this come about?
Was it yesterday, Ty, or it might have been the day before?
Well, it was published on the Tuesday, I think, Wednesday.
Oh, Tuesday. Okay, yeah.
Tuesdays, yeah.
I was in Taree at the time, so yeah.
Yes, Taree.
No, what was
the black
I was in Taree from Wednesday, so yeah, I was studying on Tuesday.
Fair enough, JP. Actually, one more interesting stat.
Busy this week.
One more interesting stat was that the average video game player's age is 33 years old. That's gone up from, it would have been mid-20s. and that's crazy. I think they even said that people that are retiring, that's the fastest growing section of gamers, if that makes sense. So all these people that are retiring, they're the ones really getting into playing games to keep the mind active, things like that. So there's
a lot of cool info on there. So do follow up. We'll post the PDF.
I'll definitely check it out. I'm looking at some of them right now.
Yeah, I'll link that infographic with the YouTube video when it goes up.
Yeah, I could probably vouch for that 33 years old average age because I'm 32.
You're the average gamer, JP.
You're the average.
Okay, I think that just about covers our big news topics for the week.
Record time.
That was record time.
5 more minutes.
Okay,
5 more minutes until I have to sneak off and save the planet.
Before we shoot into the bits and bobs, Ty, do you have a question for us this week? Just your quick question for the week.
I do have a question for the week.
Yeah.
So speaking of the NX console and that kind of stuff, every few years we have to upgrade. But what happens to our old consoles? I want to know, what do you guys do with your old consoles? Do you sell them? Do you keep them?
I keep them.
You keep them?
I think 99% of people just burn them. Like, just get a bonfire and just light a match and burn them. Because if we keep too many consoles in our house, they'll start communicating with each other, and when that happens, we're all screwed. We're all dead. So the lesson of the story is destroy your old consoles. Destroy them.
Yeah, I'm still trying to figure out how to control missiles with my PS2.
Yeah. I think the big thing that sort of like I think the big thing that stops me from selling off my consoles is that backwards compatibility usually isn't a thing, or if it is a thing, it's a thing that gets cut off, like it did for the Wii when they brought out the new version of the Wii. So I can't play my GameCube games on that Wii. Or they only just brought out backwards compatibility. Sorry, do I have what?
Did they even ever bring out the Wii Mini to Australia?
Yeah, they did. It was actually, I think, in Australia it was more successful than anywhere else. I could be wrong. Don't quote me on that.
Yes, Aussies. Buying the cheapest console on the market.
I also probably like to keep mine from last generation. I still have my PS3 and Wii, so I like to keep
Another
them too.
question is how long does consoles remain plugged into your TV? Like, because I upgraded. I think I bought all of them when they came out, the Xbox and the PS4 and the Wii U, and so there wasn't any room for the old ones. I ran out of HDMI ports, but do you guys still have maybe the Wii or something plugged in?
No, anything that's not current generation doesn't. It gets put away until I actually
to you.
It's not dead to me. I'll pull it out on a rainy day, but it gets put away. I only have the two HDMI ports, so I just just keep whatever.
Oh well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But,
we actually have lots and lots of TVs. So we've always got.
You've got them all plugged in, do you, JP?
We've got 4 TVs in the house. So
How many rooms do you have?
Quite a bit.
So JP
this is a real house here.
Buckingham Palace or something.
Yeah.
Tam, what about you?
Yeah, I keep all my consoles generally. I haven't really I've never sold a console. So, and regarding plugging them in, there's 2 televisions. So on the CRT, I have a Sega Saturn and Wii plugged into that.
Oh, nice.
You still have
Saturn?
a CRT.
Yeah, the Saturn's great. Everyone should buy a Sega Saturn.
We're all surprised that Tam's museum house. He's got Sega Saturn, a CRT television. I'm pretty sure there was a legal requirement to put your CRT TV on the side of the road for council pickup over the last few years.
Never. I would never let it go.
Has Centrelink not given everyone a new LCD by now?
I'm not.
Yeah,
I don't
get
have
with
the.
the
I don't have
times.
the pleasure. I don't have the pleasure of being on Centrelink, unfortunately.
All right, guys, let's smash through these bits and bobs of news for the week. So I'm going to take.
Wait, hang on, wait.
Oh, you have. Wait. Sorry.
Last week I posed a question. What was some excuses for not finishing games? And Levenidi or someone on anothercastle.com said that his biggest reason was that if a game gets too difficult, it puts him off playing. 3 recent examples he gave were Devil May Cry 4, Donkey Kong Tropical Freeze, and Shovel Knight. It's not about the length, he says. It's more about the difficulty level of the games, which I thought was a pretty cool point.
Yeah, that is a good point, actually. That's just another one of my many excuses I like to use. So.
No offense to Albanese, but I actually found Devil May Cry 4 pretty easy.
Yeah, actually, that's probably the one in the list that sort of sticks out. The other two are pretty difficult, but yeah.
Look, this isn't a segment to bash our one listener.
No,
we might lose that listener.
Please don't leave, Levanid.
We love you, Lebanese.
Yeah.
And speaking of losing listeners, it's 8 o'clock and I must be off. So thanks for having me again this week, guys, and I'm sure I'll be back next week.
Yep.
No worries, Si.
Enjoy the rest of the podcast.
No worries, Si. Thanks for that. We'll take it from here. The show must go on. We've only got some bits and bobs to get through, so we'll just take it in turns running through these. Tam, JP, you've got them up on your screen.
And actually, I have one to add, which I think is somewhat of breaking news.
Oh, all right. We'll save that till
regarding ukulele.
All right, we'll save that till last then.
Okay.
So Xbox Live Games with Gold for August includes Metal Gear Solid 5 Ground Zeroes, and it also includes the Metro series. You got Metro 2033 and Metro Last Light. JP, next one.
Street Fighter 5 beta shutdown, postponed after server errors.
So they've gone through a lot of issues with the Street Fighter 5 beta that they tried to launch, and yeah, they've had no choice but to shut it down, and they will bring it back, but at least it's only the beta. I mean, because Henry told us about all those issues with what was it, Ultra Street Fighter 4 and all that, so it's good. It's good they're getting the issues ironed out in the beta.
Okay.
Oh, you have to wait. You have to wait until Super Ultra Mega Awesome Street Fighter 5 until you actually get a full game. So coming to theaters near you in 2018.
All right, Tam, next one.
Okay, Sword Art Online Re-Hollow Fragment coming digitally to PS4 on August 4th in Australia. I think this was actually pushed back, according to the Bamco emails.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think it was supposed to release like around now, but it got pushed back a few days.
Oh, so that was actually, I think it was originally a PS Vita game. I don't know whether they've changed anything other than what they had to change to make it a PS4 title, but
yeah, I think it's just an up-port.
Yeah. Animal Crossing Happy Home Designer, that's arriving October 3rd, along with a new 3DS XL bundle. I'm pretty sure that is also Animal Crossing themed. And the NFC reader writer accessory hits the same day. That's the one that you need for the old 3DSs, the original ones, so that you can use your Amiibo or Amiibo cards or whatever.
Yeah. Okay, that's pretty cool. Yeah. Now, that's great how it coincides with that. So people still have it updated to new 3DS. They can still...
Yeah.
Yeah.
JP,
use it on theirs.
Next one.
Super Mario Maker will include 99 Amiibo costumes. Wow.
That's ridiculous,
What does that mean?
Well, obviously there's not 99 Amiibo out, so I'm guessing certain Amiibo give you multiple costumes. But yeah, I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah. Ooh, I wonder if we'll get a Sonic costume for Mario. That would be very interesting.
I doubt it, but anyway.
2K has announced an announcement they announced the announcement. Awesome. There's Mafia 3 worldwide reveal at Gamescom. Don't you love the announcements are being announced? So it's guys, we're gonna have a presentation at Gamescom, but so we're gonna actually announce this game. So we're gonna make an announcement today. That the announcement will happen on this day. So stay tuned. So yeah, whatever happened to surprises? What?
Yeah, they clearly can't wait.
Guys,
yeah, JP. What?
Speaking of 2K, I don't know if there's any wrestling fans here, but apparently their new WWE game has the biggest wrestling roster of them all, and Terminator will be joining the cast.
Terminator in WWE.
Arnold Schwarzenegger's Terminator will be part of the wrestling roster.
This segue is crazier than ties.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's some news I caught up this week, actually.
Anyway, Mafia 3... Oh, okay. On the subject of Gamescom, Blizzard are reportedly hosting their own briefing at Gamescom next month. Not sure what they're going to bring, but that'll be interesting. I don't know who else is... Who else do we know is confirmed to be doing their own briefing? Is it just... Because I know Sony's not at Gamescom this year, so it's just... Microsoft and, Blizzard now. Is there any... Oh, and Square Enix are doing one, aren't they?
Wait, are Square Enix actually going to do one after E3? Surely that put them off forever.
Yeah, I feel like they are. I could be wrong.
Are they going to get the mask guy back?
I hope they do. I really hope they do. Okay, only a couple left to go. JP, I know you want to grab the next one.
Okay, Super Smash Bros. Is getting a massive update tomorrow.
What's included in that,
this
JP?
This includes new Mii costumes. From what I've seen, we've got a King K. Rool costume. We've got a Chrom costume. I'm a bit confused about the Chrom thing. Is it actually the head, or is it the actual wig? Is it the blue hair wig?
I think the costume is actually like his outfit, and they've just designed the Mii face for the purpose of that promo. Yeah.
Okay, so we'll get a wig. Okay.
A wig
That's
and
cool.
A wig and an outfit. Yeah.
Okay. There's also, I don't know if you've seen these yet, but there's a chicken costume. There's a honey bear costume.
I haven't seen any of these.
I'll give you the pictures probably after the podcast, or do you want them now?
No, it's fine.
There's one for hoodie, and there's a Tales of Symphonia costume.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. Hyrule Castle 64 is coming.
Yep.
The Super Mario 64 stage is coming. Long-awaited tournament mode is coming. And the other thing is, we'll be able to upload our replays to YouTube.
Straight to YouTube, yeah.
Yeah, they're adding the YouTube client.
Actually,
there's quite a lot of things there.
On the subject of the stages, I heard that I even saw a screenshot of it, but I'm not sure whether it was confirmed real or not. That there's a new Dr. Mario stage coming, and there's also Great Bay is coming back as well.
Okay,
from
that's
Melee.
Interesting. Yeah,
but Great
to
Bay
be honest,
isn't a good stage.
I hate that fucking turtle.
I want Big Blue to return.
Big Blue.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
I want Pokey Floats.
No, I knew you were going to say Pokey Floats.
Pokey Floats.
I think Groog was agreeing with me during E3, but I think Pokey Floats would be brilliant.
Of course, Goog would agree.
Okay.
Was there anything else? Was there anything else in the Smash Bros. Update?
No, but
there may be other stuff that they haven't announced yet. Something secret they'll chuck in. King K. Rool fans are still hopeful that he's actually being added to the game, but no, it's not happening, guys. He's a Mii fighter outfit, and that's it.
Yeah, I think also on that subject, I also would laugh if Ridley came out tomorrow with the costume. There was a Ridley hat. I would also laugh if that came out, a Ridley hat tomorrow.
Yeah, that would just be Sakurai trolling at this point.
Yeah, it would be.
Guys, you can be Ridley with a hat.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, there was one other thing JP mentioned. Miiverse got its redesign. That was yesterday. So it is actually. It does actually look pretty nice. They've really like organized everything. So instead, taking the place of your main posts, they're sort of split up into different categories. So you have your play journal, I think it's called. So that's sort of like your typical post. You're posting a journal and you're sharing it with everyone.
Yeah.
You've got your screenshots. You've got your your like artwork, and any community page you go on, it's actually separated into all these categories. So it makes it a lot easier to find exactly what kind of stuff you're looking for.
This is kind of why I want the Wii U to go another year after 2016, because they've just done this and it's just made it so much better, and I would really love to see this stay around.
Who said Miiverse won't be on NX?
Yeah, true, but the gamepad, man, the gamepad, though.
But you can use NX without the gamepad. I know it defeats the purpose of all the cool drawings and the like, but it's still usable. So I think, and which is shown by Miiverse being on the 3DS, which I guess has a touchscreen, so ignore that. Anyway, I think that Miiverse will be on any Nintendo console going forwards. It's their major, social media.
Chances are, whatever NX turns out to be, the gamepad may even be compatible for it, just for the sake of Miiverse, because it is really good for Miiverse.
That's my point.
Yeah.
Gamepad's awesome for Miiverse, and
fair point.
I would hate to see it die out so quickly. Yeah.
Okay, Tam, what's your bit and bob for the week that you wanted to add?
On ukulele, it's been announced that Team 17 is publishing it, and there probably will be a retail version. So I found that quite interesting.
A retail version?
Yeah, for ukulele.
Well, hang on. Will backers be given the option to change their pledge to get a physical version?
We do not know yet, because they just said they were exploring the option. Because the deal was just announced.
That would be a bit disappointing if I've pledged for a digital version and then I can't have the option of a physical version, but then later they bring out a retail version. Because they brought out like a nice retail version of Shovel Knight eventually, didn't they?
Yep, it's coming out soon. It will hit stores soon.
So that's almost exactly the same scenario, isn't it? Because that was released digitally. And then,
I guess it depends if, in this case, if the physical release is alongside the digital release. Because Shovel Knight's a bit different since the physical release came a year later.
If it comes a year later, I won't have any complaints because they've spent that year making sure that they can actually put out a physical release that's actually going to be, solid. But if it releases physically as a physical edition alongside the digital edition, and the Kickstarter backers have only been given the option for the digital, that would be very catastrophic, for lack of a better word. Yeah, I can't see many people being happy about that. Anything else? Any other news you guys saw this week?
One final one from my end. Apparently, Nintendo just updated Amiibo sales, and it currently sits at 14.7 million.
14.7 million. Oh, that was another thing we could probably touch on. Nintendo released their financial report. Did you guys look into that at all? No.
I've been underground.
I've whizzed through that. Yeah,
I'm looking
saw
at
that, but
because they returned to a profit, didn't they?
They did.
Or quarterly, anyway.
I'm looking up books right now, but yeah, just talk amongst yourselves if you have anything.
Yeah, basically, shares rose 8.3%.
Oh, okay. So how does this stage work?
What are you looking at, JP?
I'm looking at the Dr. Mario stage.
Oh, so
we're not talking about that, JP. We're talking about financials.
Yeah, no.
He hasn't moved on from Smash Bros. He's still in Smash Bros. Mode. You don't.
Okay, sorry, I'm back with you guys. I was just looking at that rumor. Yeah. Okay, so the finance. Okay.
And Splatoon has sold 1.26 million. That's pretty good.
That's very good, I reckon.
Nintendo
IP on a dying console.
Yeah, Nintendo remains in the black, but the Wii U passed 10 million units sold. Yeah, like Tam mentioned, the Amiibo was really what got things back on track.
It's so weird now seeing so many Amiibos around. It's like the Disney Infinity now.
And
They're
I think
everywhere.
we should go back to what Dave just said, that Wii U sold 10 million because the GameCube sold 22 million. So if NX does indeed release next year, you probably don't. I doubt the Wii U will sell more than like 12, 13 million.
Yeah.
So it'll sell about 10 million less than the GameCube.
So it'll go down. It'll go down as less successful than the GameCube, and GameCube was one of the least successful
consoles. Yes.
Despite the fact that it has some of the best games on there.
What's your opinion, Tam, of because you weren't with us at the start? What's your opinion of when NX will come? Do you think the Dragon Quest 11 release is hinting towards NX coming at the end of next year?
No, because I think there was I think it was Famitsu or some other website or some outlet said that after it was announced that it was coming to NX, they said that Square Enix were exploring the option of NX. I don't know if Dragon Quest 11 on NX is actually solidified in stone as of yet. And I personally think we will see it. I personally think we won't see NX until start of 2017. And I think the Wii U has another year.
Okay, and well, then the other big question is: do you think that it's possibly a new handheld then? Because it actually seems a bit odd that Dragon Quest 11 is coming to PS4 and 3DS. 3DS seems a bit of a weird choice given that it's coming to PS4 as well.
It does. Sorry, but it looks like it's, from the footage they showed, it looks like it's new 3DS, and it looks like that the 3DS version is a different game to the PS4 version.
So do you think they're exploring the possibility of NX because of how well it runs on PS4, or do you think it's because of how well it runs on 3DS? What do you think is more likely, that, are we getting a new home console, or are we getting a new handheld, or something that's a combination of the both?
I see your point. I'm not too sure. Maybe it is what people have been. Well, we know Nintendo are unifying their hardware and software so you can develop side by side for handheld console, because they combine both divisions. So perhaps they will, I don't know. Perhaps NX is like a 2-in-1 system, or perhaps they will launch console and handheld at the same time, and they have different slightly different features and graphical capabilities, or because it shows that they probably are exploring the option of a new console because they announced it. Well, we don't know what NX could just be a handheld, and Wii U could go on for another 2 years. It'd be like a 2 years, but still keep on going. So we actually don't, because he announced NX. It was never really implied. When Iwata announced NX, he never really implied it was a new home console. Well, he never said it was a new home console. He just said this is Nintendo's next console. It could be Nintendo's next handheld console. We actually don't know what NX is.
Yeah,
there's been a handful of rumors which all point towards it being a new home console, but we really don't know. So it could just be a new handheld. Wii U could just struggle on for another couple of years, or it could be both, or it could just be a console and handheld. I don't know what. They won't abandon handheld because it's still successful. So I think there's too many. For me, there's too many questions to really know what Nintendo are up to.
Yeah, exactly. Well, JP said earlier he reckons he sees NX as possibly just an expansion of some sort, and that Wii U will keep going because it is gaining momentum. It's not the biggest momentum, but it is gaining momentum. And JP, you reckon that Wii U will still last a couple more years?
Well, I reckon it'll last until 2017. That's my. If NX is the next home console, I see 2017, 2018 as its release.
This reminds me of the old Project Cafe rumors of that the Wii U was going to be some sort of console where you could upgrade it, that it would have ports, kind of like how the 64 had like the ramp add-on and all that, but it was going to have to be like actual like, oh, you can add like new RAM, you can add new like CPU, like that sort of thing. But it reminds me of that rumor.
Yeah, that would be interesting. I don't know. I think because they are entering mobile though next year, if that's still going to go ahead, it needs to be something that'll combine the three. I reckon, mobile, handheld, and console. Yeah.
Or perhaps they'll do the unthinkable and leave handheld and go phones. I don't think they will do that. That would be pretty poor business decision. But you never know.
Mm.
You never know what Nintendo without
NX is a phone.
The NX is a smartphone. Nintendo becomes the phone provider. They take over Telstra.
Oh, don't get too.
Alright, guys. I think we'll leave it at that.
I think so.
So we'll be back same time next week with another Aussie Castle newscast. Thanks for joining us, JP, Tam. I hope to see you guys again next week.
Okay, awesome.
No worries. Alright, till next week, guys. See ya.
Bye-bye.
Bye.